Am I the asshole for calling my daughter a terrible mother? Well, just from that title, again, I've not read this, but if your daughter is a terrible mother, I wonder where she learned it from. My oldest daughter and I had a disagreement recently. I was very disappointed in her and expressed this to her as well as my opinion that she is a terrible mother. She believes I am wrong to judge her, so I want some perspective. My daughter was married twice. Her first husband died when their children were 9, 5, and 4. She met her second husband 18 months later and remarried after a year of dating and created a blended family with his daughter, who was 4 at the point of their marriage. My oldest grandson was destroyed by his dad's death. He was in therapy from the point of his dad's death, something my husband and I had to pressure our daughter to seek because she was focused more on moving forward. But our grandson was hardly eating or sleeping and had difficulty in school. My daughter thanked me later for giving her the push. When my grandson started therapy, he was asked to keep a diary with him. It was something that took him several months to use more than once a month, but he did grow to use it a lot. This diary was something for his eyes only. Not even the therapist read it. They just discussed anything he wished to. My daughter had more children with her second husband, and things were fine. When my grandson decided he wanted to attend college locally, he asked if he could live with my husband and myself, and we agreed. He moved in with us in mid-June. About a month later, I noticed something was going on, but I had no idea what. My other 2 grandchildren from my daughter's first marriage told me that their mom and brother were fighting because their mom had stolen his therapy diary when they were visiting us and that she was angry about its contents. She was also mad at them because they defended their brother. I spoke to my grandson, who was both angry and sad. He told me his mom was never supposed to read those, as she shouldn't. I spoke to my daughter next. She ranted at me about how my grandson had written about her husband and other children, including her stepdaughter. She said he never wanted her to move on, that he had wanted her to be alone forever. Yeah, he's a kid. What do you expect? That he didn't even love his much younger siblings, just the 2 from her marriage to his dad. She said she couldn't look at him. I asked her if it was true she stole the diary. She was stunned I would ask and told me I should be focused more on the contents, especially when some of it was written right before he moved in with me. I told her it was kept in a diary and never vocalized to any of them. She said that it didn't matter, and I said it did. She told me I should be on her side, that he should be shunned for writing so many awful things. This is when I expressed my disappointment in her and called her a terrible mother. Am I the asshole? No. I'm going to say you're not. I jumped the gun here with a title, not the best title, to inspire confidence in the original poster here. But no, I mean, reading this, it seems like you've consistently had the best interest of your family at heart. When her first husband died, that was a very traumatic thing for a 9-year-old boy. For a 9-year-old boy or girl, I should say, for a 9-year-old child. And yeah, you pushed her to get some therapy for him, which it seems like was good for him to help him to deal with his feelings. And of course, he's 9 years old. That's going to have a major impact on him and kind of change his perspective about things. And from his perspective, it's going to be, oh, you're moving on with another man. That means you never really loved my father. I mean, kids have that type of thinking. Kids often deal in absolutes, like Sith. Uh, so kids often deal in absolutes, and they don't have these shades of gray understandings, or they don't understand that there's capacity in the heart to love more than one person, right? So that's reasonable. And it's even reasonable that he may not have as strong of an affection for his other half siblings because his perspective has been colored by that previous viewpoint. So that's going to carry over to his relationship with them. But again, it's not something that he's ever said or voiced, it's just something he's felt internally. And there's a lot of people who carry thoughts like that. As a teacher, I've had a lot of students who were adults who had kids, and they told me they wish they never had kids. Actually, they love their kids, but they wish that they had chosen to never had to have kids. Is that something that they would ever tell their kids? Probably not. People have all of these thoughts inside, these dark thoughts, these concerns, these issues, these things that weigh heavily on them. And they don't voice them, but they still need an outlet for that. So sometimes they might talk to a trusted teacher. Sometimes they might have a close friend who they confide in. Your son, or the grandson here, had a diary that was meant to be private, and the daughter was completely in the wrong to violate that privacy. If your son has never given you, if the son has never given you reason to worry about him, like you don't think he's doing drugs, you don't think he's running with a gang or something, then you have absolutely no reason to invade the privacy. So I'm going to say the original poster is not the asshole. It seems like the mother is a terrible mother in this situation. Let's see what the other people think. Oh, do I have a loading screen here? Oh no. Let me pause. Okay, resuming here. Had a refresh. Not the asshole. Your daughter is, though. She stole her son's diary and then read through his private thoughts. And now she wants the entire family to shun him because she couldn't force him to drink the Kool-Aid of her perfect blended family. I think this is a bit too far here. Like the perfect blended family, I think that's going a bit too far, but I think this is accurate up here. The worst part is he never treated any of the children poorly or even that differently. Subtle, very minor differences, yes, but he did his best to still try to be kind to all the kids, so his diary was his way of keeping others from being hurt, from the original poster. My daughter's actions have left me incredibly upset. I would like to think we taught her better than this. Not the asshole. She's probably undone years of therapy right there and has the audacity to be mad at the poor kid. None of her children will trust her going forward. Not the asshole. If the shoe fits, your daughter did a terrible thing. She invaded her son's privacy and made his recovery and journey through the grief of the loss of his father all about herself. She tried to weaponize his private thoughts to use against him, which no mother should ever do with her kids. You don't weaponize anything against them, unless they're a criminal. No one is going to pat her on the back for what she did or nominate her for Mother of the Year. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say not the asshole. On that thoughts, any of you parents out there, have you guys ever had reason to read your kids' journal or diary or dig through their stuff when they're not home? I know parents do it. Some do. Not all, but some do. Or was it done to you? Please share. Let me know. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.